How many NHL goalies have pitched 2 shutouts in a row? I honestly don't know, and I don't even know how I would look that up, but it can't be that many, right? Avs win over the Philadelphia Flyers 2-0. Look, this isn't a particularly great win for Colorado. The Flyers haven't scored a goal in 3 straight games, so shutting them out isn't particularly special, even if they are still an NHL team, and that is worth noting. The Avs didn't play A-plus hockey here, but they played well enough to win and were the better team for the majority of the game. Honestly, a lot of this win felt relatively routine, which is good. The Avs haven't been winning routine enough lately. Even if you would like them to score more than 2, if you're going to give up 0, that's just fine. The first period of this game was the worst period of the game for the Avs, but I think it's a little bit deceptive. Yes, on paper, the Avs, especially early in the first, looked like they were getting dominated. But when you dig in a little bit deeper, when you look at the underlying possession metrics, the period was actually relatively even. The one area where the Avs struggled was actually getting shots on net. This has been a long-standing problem for the Avs this season, where they do get a decent number of shots, but they aren't hitting the net. And if that lasts an entire game, you have a problem. But the Avs solved it this game. Yes, they missed the net a ton in the first period, but they simplified their game, played smarter, worked harder, and then went on to do the right things through the second and third periods. And honestly, that's the difference. Far too many times we see the Avs get stubborn and not change the way they play, even in a game where maybe they aren't hitting the net well or their plays aren't executing the way they would like. In this one, they were willing to do that a little bit, and that's why they ultimately played a good game. After weathering a push from Philadelphia at the start of the second period, the Avs pretty much took over and they never looked back. It felt like the Avs were on the other side of the coin in this one, as was Philly that was failing to capitalize on their opportunities. And when you miss enough, the Avs know all too well a puck is coming the other way and going in your net. That's exactly how the Avs score the first goal of the game. This play is supposed to be a disaster for Colorado. Manson, free and clear, just completely fumbles the puck and creates a turnover that creates a 2-on-1 for Philadelphia. It's supposed to be a disaster, but Philadelphia on the 2-on-1, when they pull the trigger, misses the net entirely. It springs the puck up the boards, and from there, Philadelphia has not only missed the net, but far overcommitted with 4 players in deep in the offensive zone. The Avs are able to run their standard breakout for free with no competition. Because of this, they chip it up the wall, get up the ice. It essentially becomes a 2-on-2 because of one good back check, but it gets turned into a 3-on-2 because of the Avs defense jumps up into the play. Sam Girard beats his man up the ice and creates this opportunity, and there's no messing around. You shoot the puck and it goes in. The Avs are getting production from beyond their first line. Their defense is chipping in. The rest of their top 6 is rounding out and consistently providing over this last stretch. Yeah, that should be a warning sign for the NHL that the Avs are figuring it out. Warning sign at number 2, the Avs figured out their power play. It's finally working again. I think this is pretty subtle, but all it takes is a little bit of subtle movement and that gets it done. Watch this initial shift portion for MacKinnon. It's not a shift, it's just one puck possession. He doesn't move at all. And look, the Flyers settle into their defense. They're happy. They can live with this. They'll stand here and do this all day. But then once he gets rid of this puck is where it starts. He feeds it down low, and you see him back off a little bit, get a little bit higher in the zone to create a little bit of space for himself. He then uses his feet to cut into the middle. He challenges towards the net here, ultimately doesn't like what he sees, so he opts to back off. He doesn't give the puck away. He doesn't try anything crazy. He just uses his feet to reset the possession, find some more space, and ultimately passes it off. Not that dangerous, but look at how spread out the Flyers have become. All of a sudden, there's big old gaps in this diamond, which was initially packed in down low deep, trying not to give up anything dangerous. When Makar goes back to MacKinnon, now you've caught them moving, right? Now they're feeling uncomfortable in their setup, and you are able to take advantage of that. MacKinnon is now in possession of the puck all the way down at the face-off dot, and he's not only able to be here, he's able to move in to a more dangerous area. He doesn't really move in. He just shoots it and is better than everyone else. Fair enough. Nonetheless, even that little bit of movement makes the Avs power play so much more dangerous. Power play goals like this one are actually almost maddening. Because yes, it's great that the Avs scored. It's great that their power play seems to have clicked again and they understand what they need to do to score power play goals the way they should. But it's crazy. Everyone, me, any pundit you look for, most fans on the street would tell you the Avs power play needs to move their feet more and Nathan MacKinnon needs to shoot the puck. They've been saying that for months. Everyone under the sun has been saying that. And what do you know? It works. This is not rocket science sometimes. Hockey's extremely complicated. I certainly couldn't be a coach at any level, let alone the NHL level. I'm okay at breaking down video, but coaching decisions, certainly in the moment, I would be horrible at. But this one just seemed so easy. And that was it. That was all the goals of the game, which brings us to the third warning sign for the rest of the NHL. Mackenzie Blackwood is really good. Yes, shutting out a bad Blues team and a bad Flyers team isn't some unbelievable feat, but 120 straight minutes without giving up a goal to any NHL teams is really good play, and it solidified Blackwood here in Colorado. Obviously, Blackwood was amazing when he first got to Colorado. He had that little bit of a lull, that stretch of hockey where he wasn't bad, but he wasn't playing up to his potential. And he answers that stretch right now with 2 straight shutouts. That's a guy who can battle through it. That's a guy who knows how to play well behind this Avalanche team. And that's a guy who could be really, really dangerous. When the Avs are playing their best, he's erasing the mistakes that they do make because no team is perfect. And this team becomes incredibly difficult to beat on any given night. No matter what moves the Avs make, the Blackwood deal is going to be probably the most important one. Yes, the Mikko deal was a huge trade. Yes, the Avs will do more at the trade deadline. But if Blackwood plays to his ability at the right times for Colorado, he could be the difference. There really isn't a ton to talk about in a 2-0 game where Blackwood did play very well, but didn't face a barrage of shots or anything. Only 24 shots on goal for Philadelphia. The Avs as a unit, especially in the last 40 minutes of this game, just played the quality of hockey that you need from them. They've won 2 in a row for the first time in a while. You'd really like to see them make it 3, but that's for the next review. This is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and shutouts for you are a lot better than shutouts against you.